Blank game week 29 is done. A bad week for most free hitters and others as well. My 21 points actually gave me a green arrow. I still do believe that using a free hit was a good move. Triple Brentford against Burnley and triple Spurs had huge potential, but all the Brentford and Spurs players blanked. The only one who got a return for me was Morgan Gibbs-White. He got an assist and a bonus point. Lots of talk about this video. I will show you my plans going forward, and we have more information about double game week 34. The best team for game week 30. I'm not sure about my goalkeepers yet. Areola is in as of now, but it might be Dubravka. They're playing against each other, so I might actually change it to Dubravka and play the home fixture. In defense, Gabriel, Sabani and Diaz. Not the best fixtures for Gabriel and Diaz, and Gabriel has also left the Brazil squad, so he might not be available for game week 30. In midfield, Son, good fixture against Luton. Same goes for Palmer against Burnley. De Bruyne as Arsenal, and Saka obviously then Man City at the Etihad. Up top, Haaland, Solanke and Watkins. On my bench I have Kirkis. I might change one of Gabriel or Diaz and play him because of the fixture against Everton. I might also make a transfer in defense before the game week 30 deadline, but let's start by taking a look at teams who potentially might have a double game week in game week 34. The fixtures are not 100% confirmed, but this looks like the most possible double game week fixtures in game week 34. As you can see, Arsenal playing 2 home games against Wolves and Chelsea, Bournemouth playing against Aston Villa and Wolves, Crystal Palace, West Ham United and Newcastle both at home, Everton against Nottingham Forest, and because of United's win against Liverpool in the FA Cup, the Liverpool fixture might be rearranged in game week 34. Sheffield United, Burnley, Man United, Wolves, Arsenal and Bournemouth, and Liverpool, Fulham and, as mentioned, Everton. These fixtures are potentially a huge advantage for the ones who have used their free hit chip already. It will be easy to bring in players and have a good team for double game week 34. Most of us has a couple of Arsenal players, and the ones who took advantage of double game week 28, where Bournemouth had a double game week, already have a couple of their assets. This game week looked a bit tricky a couple of weeks ago, but now we know that only Brighton and Chelsea will probably be postponed and the other matches will go on, and we will have more doubles than first expected. Liverpool losing against Man United in the FA Cup immediately made me think about Liverpool assets. They will now probably have a double game week in game week 34, so selling De Bruyne and getting in Mo Salah might be one of my moves this game week. Right now I have the exact money to sell De Bruyne and bring in Salah, but I will wait as long as possible because of injuries, etc. So if I'm priced out, I will take a hit and sell a defender to fund the move. One option for me is to sell Diaz and bring in Ait Nouri. He has been in good form recently, and Wolves also have a potential double in game week 34. However, Wolves have kind of a tricky fixture in game week 30 against Aston Villa away, and I will play Watkins in that game, so I'm not really sure that bringing in Ait Nouri right now is the perfect timing. That's why I'm leaning towards bringing in a Palace defender before game week 30. Once again, Diaz might leave my team this game week. Let's wait and see on updates on Gabriel, who has withdrawn from the Brazil squad, but bringing in a Palace defender will give me a good fixture in game week 30 and a potential double game week fixture in game week 34. As mentioned, Mo Salah might join my team for game week 30. He's not with the Egypt squad and will be fit and ready to go in game week 30 against Brighton. However, I don't know if he will be my captain. When you take a close look at the fixture, it's not that good as it looks on paper. Brighton actually for the last 4 matches is one of the best defensive teams. They have kept 2 clean sheets, only conceded 4 goals, 4 big chances against them and 12 shots on target, and they have the second lowest expected goals against them, only beaten by Arsenal. So I might bring in Salah, but I'm not sure he will be my captain for game week 30. Luckily, there are other options for game week 30 when it comes to captaincy, and Cole Palmer is one of them. He is playing at home against Burnley, and as you can see, Burnley are not that good defensively as Brighton have been over the last few weeks. For the last 4 matches, they've kept 0 clean sheets. They conceded 8 goals, 12 big chances and 28 shots on target, and they have an expected goal against them of 680. So Burnley, a worse team when it comes to defensive ability compared to Brighton. But let's have a look at a third option. Son against Luton, a huge disappointment for free hitters and others who owned him for blank game week 29, but in game week 30 they are playing against Luton, who are one of the worst teams defensively. For the last 4 matches they kept 0 clean sheets, 9 goals conceded, and they conceded 18 big chances, which is worst in the league, and 24 shots on target. When it comes to expected goals against them, it's 901, which is also almost the worst in the league. Targeting Luton might be a good move when it comes to captaincy for game week 30. So right now Son is my best team captain, and he will probably be, even though I bring in Salah. I will give an update before the deadline. Deadline is almost 2 weeks away because of the international break, so I will give an update when we get closer to game week 30.